Good day, good morning, and today we're going to take you out for a little trip. We are backpack hunting. We've got to go into the city centre. It's about the only place I can find a really big store that have a good selection of packs in stock. So come on, we've got to get a backpack. We've got some trekking to do. So when I say hiking, I mean sort of hiking. We're planning a really interesting trip. I'll talk about the trip a little bit later on. Now the backpacks we originally got, I'm outside this beautiful temple here. Actually, you can't see it too well, but I am in Thailand having a lot of fun, and you'll have to forgive me. To travel around the world with were only 22 litres. Now we had suitcases as well, so we didn't need the volume, but if you're traveling with just backpacks, you really need at least 40 litres, maybe sort of 55 to 70 litres. So we're going to have a look at what we can find that's at least double the volume that we have at the moment. There'll still be, we need a backpack that's comfortable.
Yes.
Don't want it to be too heavy, so it has to balance nicely. So I'm hoping by going into a reputable store in the city, we can get some advice and look at all the different styles that are available. And what a beautiful day. It's going to be a warm day. It's very early spring here in Melbourne, and you can hear the lawnmowers out. So it's going to be a gorgeous day. What day is it?
Sunday.
Sunday. Now, how are we going to get through that? You go first.
I'll go first. Move my way through.
Love these little suburbs where all the gardens are growing out onto the pathways. So we had thought about taking the car in. It's always so difficult to park in city centres. The traffic's really heavy. So we're actually going to walk a couple of kilometres, maybe a little over, probably about 2 miles. We were going to be super lazy there and jump on that bus because it might have taken us to the train station. The thing is, with the public transport in Melbourne, it's not expensive. And if you use the buses or the trains or the trams, I think,
yep,
in the same sort of region, they call it? Zone. You can use it all day for the same price. However, when we looked at the front, Michelle said it's probably going to
the Newport train station.
So Newport is actually about the equal distance between where we are and the Spotswood train station. So we could have jumped on, but it's too nice a day, isn't it?
Gonna walk. It's good.
We need the exercise. There's a fence in there somewhere, look. Kind of nice when a hedgerow replaces the fences. Much prettier. Now this is interesting. This whole block of houses here, it looks like they've had a water problem. So all the houses along here, there's a thick PVC cable, pipe should I say, running around this whole block, and all the houses seem to be being fed by this sort of temporary pipe work. Each driveway, you're going to have a lot of work to actually repair the damaged driveways when they're finished. It goes the whole way round this block. Michelle, bless her, she's running ahead to set up the camera so that we can get a little crossing the railway. This is where a train comes along. When she set the camera up over the other side, a train comes along and blocks us off from our camera, and then someone strolls up to the other side and takes our camera. Really love these old style Victorian houses, and I mean Victorian as in Victoria, not as in Victorian, sort of weatherboard houses with the pretty gardens. There's quite a few around here. Sadly, they're becoming a bit of a thing of the past. We're not really protecting them. I really think we should make more effort to protect the style of housing here in Melbourne, because they're all being taken away and replaced with sort of ugly concrete square boxes. So let me know in the comments if you agree, if you think that the old style houses should be kept, or you're happy to see them being pulled down and replaced with modernistic style. And I do like the modernistic as well, but I think a city like Melbourne, it has a certain charm. Now this is a side to living in the city I'm not so keen on. Heavy traffic. And because we've been way out, you probably won't hear me now. So this is the suburb of Spotswood, and this is where we're going to get the train from. Some shops up the top here. And the suburbs in Melbourne, they kind of run into each other. You can walk from suburb to suburb, and that's one of the beauties of living in Melbourne, is the city centre is fairly compact, but the suburbs, they just spread out for miles, and they're really beautiful. And there's a real ethnic sort of variation from suburb to suburb, so you get some really interesting sort of shopping experiences here in Melbourne. So this is a nice old little station block, isn't it? Just missed a train. Saw one just go across. So I don't know how long the next one will be. I think they'll be fairly regular. Anyway. Oh, it rings.
Buses departing Spotswood, Platform 1 are the 12:14 City Loop, stopping all stations to Flinders Street, departing in 16 minutes.
So it's going to give the whole list, but we've got one that's coming in 15 minutes. So we missed one, but it's too nice a day to worry about it. Here we are, Spotswood railway station. It's a nice old track, and it's that way into the city.
Coming to AIRBNB, and to Melbourne.
Bring a drink with you, unless you want to pay $4.50 for a Coke. It's pretty expensive.
$3.50 for water.
$3.50 for water, so it's dry in Melbourne, even in the colder days, so always travel with water. We haven't yet, we'll get something when we get in the city.
Your next service to depart from Platform 1 will be the 12:14 City Loop, stopping all stations to Flinders Street. And always remember to touch on your lighting at the start of your journey.
So this is the Victoria train network. Gives a wave. So you can see it goes underground. There's a sort of underground loop that goes around the centre of Melbourne. And this is Melbourne Central. Up and up. Just like a big indoor shopping mall.
That's the Ruby one that's only been available in
$15 for a KitKat.
Yep. That's Black Label Ruby.
It's in. They're making bespoke KitKats. So Michelle, what do you know about Ruby?
Well, it's the one that's in Japan that they're selling the Ruby chocolate. It's a new chocolate, Ruby powder or something. It makes it pink.
So we make these here. We make these in store, all our Black Label range. There we go.
Thank you very much.
We also make our special editions. They're the box on the back. And our design your owns are made here as well.
Oh, okay.
So this is the Ruby here. I'm not sure if anywhere else is selling them in Australia, but Melbourne was initially the first place to actually sell the Ruby in Australia.
All right.
Japan has it and a couple of places in Europe,
Yeah.
but it's still pretty rare around the world. So it's actually the fourth type of chocolate after milk white and dark. So it's a Ruby cocoa bean, and then they actually process that in a certain way, so certain levels of fermentation, to get a naturally occurring pink colour and berry flavour. So the pink colour here is actually naturally occurring. There's nothing added to it to get that pink colour.
Really?
And the flavour that comes through that berry flavour is also naturally occurring. So it's pretty exciting.
We actually have sugar types of range.
Now sadly the sound failed us at this point. There's just too much ambient noise going on, but the lovely manager from the store, Connie, came out and explained to us all about this wonderful pink KitKat that they were making. She also convinced me that it was worth spending $15 on a bar of KitKat, and we've decided we will actually do a video about this KitKat, a sort of review video, very shortly on Steve's Kitchen, so look out for that. And I have to be honest, I don't know much about Ruby KitKats, so we'll make a little video, maybe independent, and share that with you. Melbourne's a really nice city centre, really walkable. And we're going in the right direction. A little bit of everything really. We're just going in to get some bags in Little Burke Street, so I'm going to go and check out Paddy Palin's, is it? We just went and got bloody expensive chocolate from 15 bucks for a bar of KitKat.
Don't tell your account, you brother. That's how you go broke.
I know, man. So I'm not going to actually film in here unless they say it's okay, but I'll let you know our thoughts. Fairview 55, turn sideways. That across there.
And in that case, they lean a little forward just to balance the weight of the pack.
It's nice, isn't it? Sorry. Okay, sideways, Michelle.
Happy campers.
Sideways to the camera.
All right, very neat.
And the weight's not too bad.
Yeah.
Around. So after lots of trying and looking, we've decided to go with the Farpoint and the Fairview. Now the only difference really between these bags, they're both 55 litre bags, but this one's designed with a harness that fits the female shape a little more, and this one's designed more to fit the male shape. So we decided not to go for a sort of out and out hiking backpack like you saw in the shop there. We've gone for this hybrid design because really Michelle and I do a lot more traveling than we do hiking. So you can still go out for a hike with this sort of backpack, and you've got the day pack on the back there, which is fantastic if you're just doing short little trips. So we'll do a real world review of these backpacks very shortly. We'll take them out and about and show you how they sort of function with a bit of weight in them. But in the meantime, I'm really pleased with what you got. The Osprey bags, the reason we went for Osprey is the warranties that come with these bags are fantastic. They have a really great reputation, and they do say that if these bags go wrong in any way, they'll either fix or replace them for a lifetime guarantee, which is pretty damn good. We also got some packing cubes and stuff packs, which I'll show you in the next video, so you can see how we're going to compartmentalize things when we set off on our next trip. So I hope you enjoyed that little run out today. A lot of fun. Michelle's gone with this green, I've gone with the red. Now we saw another great bag while we were there. It's a rolling duffel bag, which is a carry-on style bag, and Michelle and I are thinking of getting those because it'd be good to put our valuable equipment and camera gear on when we travel. So I might be doing a review of the rolling duffel bags as well soon on Steve's Kitchen, so check that out. Be good everyone, take care, share the love, and I will see you for another fun video very shortly. Be good.
If you follow the road till it leads you back home, you'll find that the answer is yes.